We at badcounty.com are the first ones to be invited up to the Goldmine because they trust us and they know that we're going to report what they say, plus we can play back things in long form and nothing's going to be taken out of context. They like that.
Right. And then what was your impression of the camp when you went up there?
Some people have been asking what kind of camp it is. It is an armed camp. And the reason that they're up there is it's the First and Second Amendment to protect the Fifth and 14th Amendments. They want the miners there to have due process. And unfortunately, BLM's practice lately has been to issue you a warning, then burn down the cabin, and then you have your day in court. So we don't know who's right. Nobody's going to know who's right until they have their day in court, but the Oath Keepers are there to make sure that they have their day in court.
Would you say there are dozens of people up there guarding the land, or how many people around?
Oh, I remember when Geraldo Rivera was kicked out of the Middle East because he was revealing numbers and names of troops. We don't do that. Even if they had asked us, and even if they hadn't asked us not to do that, we wouldn't reveal that. There are enough people to make sure. Remember, it's a gold mine, and they want to be sure that nobody shows up there that's not supposed to be there.
Right. I know they've been really strict with who comes and who goes, and I know when I was watching your interview with the keeper of the caretaker, he was saying that he was actually kind of frightened when the BLM showed up. Is there still a little? Are people still frightened, or does it seem like they're?
I'll always try to speak in complete sentences. The reason the caretaker was concerned was that these people just showed up without any identification, without prior notice, and they're buzzing around where he's staying. Well, his job is to take care. So he wondered, who are you? And finally got from them what their identifications were. They are required, and they also promised to let the mine operators know when they were coming on the property. They did not do that.
Are these people up there armed to the teeth? Are they?
I would describe what's up there as an armed camp. It's the same kind of precaution you'd want to take if you had a gold mine and people were hearing a lot about it.
What stood out to you the most up there?
The people there are serious. They really are not goofing around. And it's a bit tense. It's a bit tense because they're not allowing people up there. So since we were the first ones to arrive, first ones to be invited, they were watching us and they wanted us to pass a message along to everybody. Don't come goofing around up here. Thank you very much.
Are you going to be at the rally tomorrow?
Right. I cover county commissioners, but we have 2 people and 2 cameras. So we'll have 1 camera at the rally and we'll have another here watching what the county commissioners have to say about all of this.
Did they say anything about the rally when you were up there?
The people who are up there are grateful for the rally, but the rally is not a courtroom. The next real action is going to take place in the courtroom. Again, this is the First and Second Amendment, and you all know what that is, to protect the Fifth and 14th Amendment. They just want to be sure that the BLM follows the law. They haven't always strictly adhered to the law.
Trying to think if there's anything else I can ask you.
How about things that are wrong that are being said out there and setting them straight? It's up to you. It's your story.
Good idea. Yeah. What?
Well,
things have been
there is
misreported?
another television station, not KOBI, that unfortunately put a picture up saying police are responding, law enforcement's responding, and they put a picture of a SWAT vehicle. That's completely wrong. There's no SWAT vehicles up there. There's nothing like that. That's unfortunate. And there are people saying shots were fired. No, shots are being fired. There are people saying, oh, the Oath Keepers are going home. No, they're not going home. Probably what's going to happen is there's going to be a bit of a delay. And then there's a question, well, how long can you keep people there? They have to stay there until there's some kind of resolution. I admire the fact that they're doing it. We don't know who's right and wrong. Everyone should be concerned about whether these miners get their day in court. That's all they're asking.
And I understand they're prepared to stay there for a long time. They have semi-trucks full of food. They're pretty well equipped.
That's right. So the big question is here, how long do citizens need to stand there in defense? You know, when I first heard about this, I thought, wait a minute, the BLM is burning down homes, they're burning down things? Well, yes, apparently they are. How would you feel if someone from the government or anywhere came to you in your house or your apartment and they said, look, you got to move everything out. Where would you put it all? And how would you afford that? You need to move it somewhere, we don't care where. And while you're out, then we're going to burn down your home, and then you're going to get your day in court. What? Really? No. And so the Oath Keepers, whatever you may think about them, plus or minus, they are there to be sure that constitutional rights are adhered to.
And they're doing it peacefully.
They are doing it peacefully. They are peaceful, yes. Serious, but peaceful.